For 48 hours, I have set up a poll on all of my socials for all of you to pick what I should do next in our skyblock challenge. Despite not having many votes, there have been two options that have tied up. Option 1 was to upgrade my entire base, and option 2 was to build a nether portal and visit the nether.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Hello, I am the Onceler, and I decided to deliver both options you have voted for. We have lots to uncover, so let's get into it. So I start off in my base, already finding out I have no cobblestone and very little life left in my only stone pickaxe. So using what little I have, I crafted 2 pickaxes and got to work. I have managed to craft about 9 stacks of cobblestone slabs, which I was hoping would be enough to build a large round platform for my base. I was wrong. In fact, I was so wrong and fuming with anger, every living thing around me suffered. Now, I kind of wish I could tell you that I finished this platform easily and can move on to the next task, but that's not going to be the case. Instead, I have run out of slabs and desperately needed more. I scavenged whatever cobblestone I had left and crafted 2 pickaxes to mine as much cobblestone I needed. With all the stone I have collected, I have now taken it upon myself to craft nearly a full inventory's worth of pickaxes and go on a mining spree.
One eternity later.
I wish I knew what I was doing to myself because this took about an hour to do. So I did some work in the background while I was AFK. If I could put to words how frustrating it is to mine this much cobblestone, there would not be a video out of this. This was mind-numbingly painful. Giving up on the last 8 pickaxes, and I kid you not, 30 stacks of cobblestone, I decided to go to bed. Surely it would last me enough, but the math is not holding up and have lost at least 25 stacks of cobblestone. That is nearly 50% yield gone, so I have listed another task to make life easier for me in the future. Like my normal daily routines, I test out my abilities in battle, collecting all the resources I can. Then I do my daily workout on the farm, and just for good luck, I went on another battle for the final time before I took my break. I go back to the platform with my newly collected slabs and begin filling in the frame. I am going to say this has been the most time consuming and most boring part of the video, where soon after stuff will get real. With the platform completed, there is nothing I wanted more than to prevent any means of falling off the edge any more times than I already have, even though I have already fallen to my death 3 times since starting the map. I have crafted some cobblestone walls and began placing them accordingly around the edge of the platform. But don't worry, I've planned out how and where everything is going to go, and these walls will not limit where I can explore. With the walls completed, I noticed I needed a mass amount of wood for the basic design of my house, as I intend to use logs as framing for the build. I found the center of the platform and crafted a round shape with the logs as a template, hoping I can keep this shape. There is foreshadowing here. Keep that in mind. After a long night's sleep, I went on a killing spree for them sweet XP points and have even found an intruder on my new home. Get out of here. I built up with the logs marking the height I wanted for the base, but got distracted halfway through as a cobblestone generator was still on my mind. Going back to the base, I built from the walls up. I figured I was going to need more room because this house is going to get a massive storage upgrade. So I have built a few blocks higher, giving me ample room for a second story. The top was then boarded with the same oak logs as finish for the walls. After that was completed, I made my way down safely and found a good design for the door. Well, the doorway. She's really coming together now though. I was running low on wood again, so I called it a night before I continued to do more work the next day. Wood cutting, mass genocide, and now, upgrading. Instead of plain oak planks for the walls, I wanted to add a bit more zap to the design and use slabs to create a pattern for the walls. And I have to say, as basic as it is, this is really starting to look quite like home. I didn't want it to look too basic, so I added more details initially, making the base look more square than round. I have finally finished off the walls, but couldn't quite figure out what is missing. I experimented on the first roof first because it would make it easier and safer to do the top final ceiling, but after about a literal 30 minutes, I settled on just using ladders. Roof done. Now it looks... Wait a minute. Kinda looks flat. Fixed! Now I'm officially happy with the design. I am not touching it anymore. But now I want to make the first floor in the base primary storage for all of my things, so insert chests. I have moved all of my things into these chests with precise organization. Though with the lack of leather, I have to guess where my things are first. Now you'd think this is where I'd go straight to the Nether and end my video there. Nope, not at all. Again, you guys have voted for this, and the vote consisted of a full base upgrade, relieving every aspect of surviving in the skies. So I've decided the next best thing will be to not just relocate, but upgrade my tree farm, providing with it approximately 50% more wood. Now I am going to say I didn't see that I accidentally closed my OBS during the recording, so you guys don't get to see the process of where I built the platform. But I have built an extra quarter of slabs around the base platform and left a single block space between where each dirt block will go for the trees. And here come the saplings. Now I have an abundant amount of these, so if anyone has any idea what I can do with them, please let me know in the comments below. Now with all the saplings planted, I wanted, well, no, technically I needed to ensure no mobs would spawn or even go in this tree farm. Last thing I needed was to be jump scared into oblivion by a creeper, so I built another layer of walls above where the torches are. No mobs can climb over, and they shouldn't even be able to spawn from the torchlight. I hope. Taking a break, I wanted to do my daily duties by starting off with clearing the mob farm. Guessing a creeper saw me and decided to take the easy way out among half with my ball. I'd like to take this opportunity to apologise for the foul language used in this video. It is uncalled for and I hope you'd forgive me. I managed to fix the damage, however. I wouldn't have had to use the resources to fix this if the creeper just didn't get in my I'd like to take this opportunity to apologise for the foul... well, never mind. I finished the second wall and therefore the tree farm. Looks nice, no? But we are not done yet. One big task we need to do to finally complete this base upgrade is to relocate the farm. But I'll need to extract the dirt. I harvested all of my crops and got to work. Now I'll be honest and tell you I thought this was a good plan, but I ended up losing nearly a whole quarter of the dirt. So I had a better idea. I built a platform underneath the 3 other dirt patches so I can actually collect all of my dirt blocks, and I am glad to say that that had worked, but used a fair chunk of my time. With everything collected, I had refilled my inventory of cobblestone slabs. Just like the tree farm, I began building the new platform around the base and filled the middle with the dirt blocks I had collected. I know I said this was going to be a big task, but it has actually been one of the easiest tasks I've assigned myself. I have finished placing all of the dirt and went around the outer edge with more slabs. I do intend to build a fence around these crops to prevent any mobs just wandering in and wrecking my hoed blocks. Hoed? Hoed? Digged? Dug? Whatever the word is. Anyway, I made a new walkway on the opposite end of the farm, marking off the second quarter around the base. And just like the old farm, I dug holes in the dirt to place some water. I wish I had something more interesting to say during this process, yet nothing could keep my heart racing more. Now, before I finish this off, I needed a new place for my infinite water source. I hope it looks as good as it is useful. And water, 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 water! Also, like the old farm, I didn't want to risk falling down them holes. Knowing my luck, I'd fall, panic, button mash, and die. So, better safe than sorry, I guess. I needed some form of segregation for my crops, so I made many paths dividing the garden into 3. Fence. Hoe. Plant. Cobble. Complete with hopper and chest. Now with this garden complete, I am happy to say that we have one more task to complete. Entering the Nether. Now that we want to enter the Nether, we only need obsidian, but the only source of obsidian is quite a distance away. So I've begun my work on my newly built generator, collecting about 95% of the yield in this chest. This is a massive improvement than what I was collecting from the start of the video. I've received roughly 7.5 stacks from only 4 pickaxes. With all the slabs I've crafted, I can finally make my way to the obsidian. After a long journey building the bridge, I finally made it to the Nether Island. And God almighty, a chest filled with some useful items. Especially that flint and steel, we'll use that a lot. I found my way to the damaged Nether portal, but have noticed that there may not be enough obsidian, and I honestly wanted extra for future projects, but I had a plan. On the Nether Islands, there are 2 lava pools, and I can sacrifice one of them to create me a patch of obsidian blocks, like I've just done. With my new collection of obsidian, I can finally make my way... Is that a zombie I see? Thinking on my feet, I charge the 1, no 2, 3 zombies. Oh, there he goes. I charge the 2 zombies with my might on this narrow bridge. A fight to the death. There will be blood. Oh, it was that easy. But the battle isn't won yet, as more opponents challenge our hero, standing alone amidst the bodies of his victims. I have won the fight of a lifetime, rewarding me sweet fuck all. I've run to my base and turned my newly won belongings into my chambers and went straight to bed. Apparently last night's battle was just a taste for blood, as I wanted the whole damn drink. Back to the task, I found the XP farm would make a good spot for the Nether portal, as it is a source of danger, monsters, and battles. I had created a very detailed portal, best one I've ever made before, and I entered. Focusing on the small objectives I've left, I found myself some rare netherrack and quartz. I have also found some mushrooms on my endeavours and figured they may be of use later in my adventures. I can see I have much to figure out in the Nether, find another fortress, a bastion remnants, should I absolutely need to, a warped forest for enderman hunting. The possibilities are endless. But with all the time we have left, I felt that should be left for the next adventure. In the meantime, let's view the objectives we have completed. In this video alone, we have upgraded our base to a bigger and much more vibrant home I can see myself staying in for days, weeks, months to come. We have upgraded our storage to a T with an organized system and easy to find items. We have not only relocated but also upgraded our tree farm. Now wood will not just be infinite, but it will be vast. We have rebuilt our farm. Food grows here. We have also relocated the infinite water source, relocated and upgraded the cobblestone generator with a hopper and chest, never to lose half of our yield again. And lastly, we managed to build and visit the Nether. I don't think I could say this enough, but we have hit the jackpot for the amount I have gotten done in 7 hours worth of recordings. I know there are professionals out there who could easily beat the time, but let's not forget, I play this for fun and to learn more about the game. The hardest bit is actually editing and making these videos, so if you guys wish to support what I have started and want to be part of the journey, please do not forget to click that subscribe button and write in the comments what you liked about this video, what you disliked about this video, or any additional ideas or builds I could add to the base. I'll highly appreciate that. Thanks for watching and have a splendid day.